So actually, that's a good place to start. By talking about the ending. I know we had a little bit of debate whether or not the little top stops spinning or doesn't. I know we have some strong opinions in here. But let me ask you this: does it matter?
Yes. No, not really. It doesn't matter. Because he's already...
Why, Haley? Sorry.
It's okay.
Why? Doesn't matter.
Well, you're talking about like the whole thing of like, is it really reality or not, right?
Right.
My view of the whole thing is like, if like the top really stops spinning and like for some reason like what we think is reality is actually like not reality, I don't think I really care. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like we're viewing it like what we hear now is real enough to us that it doesn't. Knowing, I think that knowing and not knowing is not what really matters. I don't think that, you know, I don't know how to do that.
No, I like that. Knowing or not knowing doesn't matter. It's not what matters, right? Jordan.
I kind of like that it's almost left up to the viewer because you can kind of decide if you want to believe that it fell or if it kept spinning. Like, one of my favorite books is The Giver, and at the end, he's like sledding down a hill, and there are different ways you can interpret it, like, oh, he got away, or oh, he died, or like all these different like ways you can interpret it. So
Okay, Hallie?
It's like the choose your own adventure books that you get to decide what happens next.
Okay, so part of this is you're saying you decide. And how does that fit in with what we've talked about with, I know you guys might not have a comment about that, but how does it fit in with what we talked about with postmodernism? This idea of reality.
It allows for multiple meanings.
Allows for multiple meanings, yes. Good. Suitor, do you have something?
Well, it's not necessarily relevant.
Someone grab those from Kate.
Look at those too.
Sorry.
Okay.
Thanks. Thank you, Kate. You can put those on the table. Go ahead.
Because it's like contemporary, I guess, and we're sort of used to it now, like endings where we don't necessarily know what happens.
Right.
But somehow this was one of those movies where I was actually like sad that I didn't know.
You wanted
so it was
closure?
actually like a surprising ending for once instead of
interesting.
a normal like
so like
sort of contemporary movie.
So almost like you expected to have closure,
Yeah.
and then you didn't, which is almost like a reverse irony from previous. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So I like that. I'm gonna write that down. Reverse irony. Jacob.
I didn't think that.
in like limbo or something like that, and she said like, "Don't you want to see your kids?" And then they were starting to turn around, and he didn't look.
And he didn't
want to
look.
mix up reality with the dream.
Exactly. Yes. And what else does he say you have to avoid in order to mix up reality with dream?
Like actual things.
Creating dreams from memories, right? So I thought that was interesting too. That you need some kind of you need something to hold on to that you know is reality versus is a dream. That's very postmodern. That idea that I gotta cling on to something. Allie?
It also relates to postmodernism because of the multiple worlds and how like they're flashing from one to another, like
Yes.
sideways or
Yep.
down.
Right. We have kind of like, we're not sure. Are we going down? Are we going sideways?
Right.
both? Are we going up? Are we going forward? Not sure. I kind of wanted to draw like a little map of the dream. We have like on the reality level, they're in the plane, right?
Right.
And then we go the first level.
The city with the car.
The city with the
So
van
there's
and the train and the rain.
So they're in a van.
So then the van.
The van, the rain, then the hotel,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? And then like the winter world.
Yeah,
Is that?
winter sport.
Yeah, the winter,
At the hospital.
which really looks like a video game to me.
Yeah,
That whole world.
Yeah.
And then is there one more? There's one more there, right?
Limbo.
Limbo, right? Tim,
The structure of it, I guess.
how so?
Because it started at the end, back to the beginning, and then there were like a lot of flashbacks throughout the movie.
Excellent, good. So, we've got the structure. We already talked about, we got flashbacks. We have flash forwards. Yep. We have flash sideways in this movie.
Different dimensions.
Yep, alternate worlds. We talked about that. Do we have... Ran over. Just gonna be flash sideways. Do we have playing with time?
Yeah.
How so?
Every level of the time.
Okay, right. Think about the conception of that idea for a minute. Like, think about the person who wrote this movie, this screenplay, or the people who wrote the screenplay, and the conception of the idea that the more levels you go down in a dream, the more time stretches out and becomes sort of almost irrelevant, right? That's a pretty mind-blowing idea, if you think about it. I mean, the fact that, how long did Cobb say he was stuck in limbo?
50 years.
Something like 50 years. Yeah. Which would be about how long in reality?
50 half a year.
Huh? What did you say, Max?
That was James.
Oh, it was James, sorry.
Like
A couple hours.
a day.
A couple hours, maybe.
Yeah, like afternoon.
Yeah, an afternoon, exactly.